KJ actually asked me before season started last year if I wanted to take a 5th year. So I knew before the entire season even started that I was going to come back. I took a few weeks to think about it and talk to the other 5th years like Olivia and Carrie who had come back before and just see how their experience was and like what they thought about it. And I was also thinking that I have such a healthy body and I'm feeling good, and when you think about it, gymnastics is such a small part of your life, you know, it's like 22 years-ish, if that, and then you have so much longer after that, so why not take one more year and have that opportunity? Not a lot of people have that opportunity, so I was like, why not, let's just do it, and it's been great, and I'm super blessed and honored to be able to be back. I think that I'm kind of like a quiet, I like to do my gymnastics and hopefully lead by example with what I'm doing. I speak in the circle before we start, and it's whatever comes to me that day whenever I'm feeling it. It's just more like to trust yourself in your gymnastics because you've been here, you've done that for so long. So like when you go out there on the competition floor, it's no different. And I think I'm just a calm, relaxed leader.
And somehow the 5th year keeps getting better, coming off a career night in their meet against Missouri last week. When I spoke with Audrey about her decision to return for a 5th year, she said, I wanted it to have nothing to do with the results. Last year's national championship finish didn't dictate if I was coming back or not. What it came down to was that I felt like I had more in the tank and more to give to this program. And watching her down here with her teammates, yes, she's a strong contributor on all 4 events, but it's the leadership quality, pouring into these young freshmen that are competing so early. And she told me, of course, we all want a 10. I'm chasing them, but it's not my ultimate goal. She said, my goal is leaving this program better than I found it. She's got a career to be proud of, and one thing she's always proud of is how she leads them off on floor. The Sooners head there in rotation 3. We've got more action coming up next.
Sam did not go well last week.
Yeah, Alabama's head coach Ashley Johnston said that 7 things have to go wrong in order for a plane to crash. And she felt like that's what happened to this team last weekend. Too many things went wrong. But she did emphasize to her team that you never waste a good crisis, because these are the moments that can trigger some amazing responses. She wants her team to decide tonight how that takes shape for the rest of the season.
And Sam, to your point, another element of this, which we talked about in the Open, is the fact that this team's been battling sickness all week. Some of these athletes have been unable to train. But down here on the floor, there's a looseness, and they've totally competed free, which was her challenge to them this week. And seeing them in their response has been so important with a program like Oklahoma in town. Lily Hudson told me this week, we know we have to start strong.
Start strong and handle the noise is what Ashley Johnson told us, and they're giving themselves a chance. They're 3.5 tenths back of the #1 team in the country halfway through. Here's Chloe Lacourcier. She started off unbelievably strong on bars for them. They need her to do that here as well. The meet, as I always say, does not start until you get to beat. Alabama's the first team to go up there. If they can knock this out of the park, this will be huge for them. Put some pressure on Oklahoma in the last rotation.
Yeah, well, things went well for Alabama on bars when Chloe led them off, so they're hoping for the same success here. We talked about it during her bar team, but she has this light nature and ease about her when she can see. Look, she looks like she's smiling and very comfortable. That's the type of tone and vibe you want from your leadoff athlete. Front aerial back handspring. See herself talking to herself throughout this routine. That really helps in loud environments, big crowds, eliminates distraction, and helps you deliver a dismount like that.
She was money on bars, and she's absolutely money here in the leadoff spot for the Crimson Tide. Trying to chase down the #1 team in the country. 3.5 tenths behind right now. Here is your all-around battle as well, and that athlete that you you see Audrey Davis is in the top spot. All around is all 4 events. So to be in the all around, you got to compete on all 4 of the apparatus. The top score at the end of the meet is your all around champion, Audrey Davis, currently in the lead.
Double full straight into a kick. Sometimes dancing out of these tumbling passes helps to eliminate possible deductions. From this Oklahoma team is that there's so many different varieties of styles and music throughout their roster in the lineup today. And again, an athlete like Audrey Davis to lead you off on floor, you couldn't ask for anything more.
That veteran presence. Currently, she's number 20 in the nation on this event.
Legs glued together on that front handspring double full.
She's also the number 3 all-arounder in the country. Obviously early in the season, but it doesn't hurt to be amongst the top of the rankings. Here's Corinne Bunnigan now on balance. 9.825 from Chloe LeCourcier. Wouldn't have been surprised if that had been even higher. That was a fantastic first routine.
Mistake last weekend. So this is really an area for improvement here. Really sharp to that finish position.
Angry finish.
Yeah. When you work beam angry, there's something a little bit sharper and more precise about it. Judges like to see that. When we were talking to head coach Ashley Johnston, she said, it was interesting. We do a lot of pressure routines in the gym, so last weekend was actually just surprising because it's nothing she'd seen from her team before, but it's really hard to simulate what an actual meet environment feels like. Look at how many people are around. The lights, the pressure. It's a different feeling here.
And I don't think Alabama could have asked for anything more from their first 2 gymnasts here on beam. Stuck landings, beautiful on the apparatus as well.
That handspring layout and that sharp finish position right to her lunge. Nicely done.
How does that impress the judges? Is there a difference?
Yeah, it shows them, hey, I didn't wobble on this. So it's the same thing as hitting a handstand and holding it on bars.
Addison Fada, the second to go. Audrey Davis, a 9.8. So slight advantage to Alabama when comparing the first athlete for each team in this rotation. Something to keep an eye on as those scores populate.
Opens for handspring double full to the stack jump. She saved it. Didn't go out of bounds. I didn't see the judge holding up a flag. love that routine, especially for a freshman. She can move so well. That's an athlete that I think that's going to continue to get better. See if she went out of bounds. Front tuck to a 2.5. Not there. Oh.
Ooh, that big toe is too long.
1/10 deduction for going over the line.
I'm told
there.
Taylor reported, though, to our producer that she did not see a flag go up. Taylor's down on the ground, so I'm not sure if the judge didn't see it, it didn't happen.
I definitely saw it out of bounds, but no flag sighting, so that'll be interesting what her score looks like.
If a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, Taylor.
Did it really happen, John?
Here's Gabby Ladani now, the third gymnast to go, a pair of 9.825. Judges are tight. We talked about it with Oklahoma. I think they're tight here on Alabama and Bean as well. Again, just need them to be consistent. At the end, you want the right team to win.
Looks like she's taking her time between each skill. Indoor dance that shows me that she's a little nervous. Back handspring layout, some bent knees throughout that back handspring in the layout.
I almost thought I saw a big deep breath after she landed that.
Yeah, sometimes on beam you need to do a couple of skills and then feel like you're in your groove, in your rhythm, and I see her settling in throughout the second half of this routine. She's only a sophomore, hasn't had a ton of competition experience, so as soon as she hits this beam dismount, I'm sure she's going to gain a lot of confidence moving forward too.
3 for 3 on the stuck landings.
And I saw another deep breath there.
Next Sunday, sensational women's basketball quadruple header featuring 5 top 15 teams starting at noon Eastern. Number 2 South Carolina hosts Auburn. 5th ranked LSU hosts Mississippi State. Number 11 Kentucky takes on number 15 Oklahoma, and the day is capped by number 7 Texas facing Texas A&M. Don't miss all of that on the SEC Network. Mueller now takes to the floor. Addison Fada, just a 9.75. And I'm being told that the judges did not catch that 1/10 out of bounds. So that's 9.75 could have been even lower. This is an important routine for Oklahoma. Again, 9.75s don't help you win. They've got to get things right. Alabama's coming strong.
Strong to that finish position. Twisting. That's been an area of focus in the gym because most of their lineup has twisting elements in their routines. She scored a 9.875 last weekend. I imagine it's going to be similar score, maybe a bit higher. Her leaps were all the way around, legs glued in the tumbling passes, but we're not seeing many scores above a 9.9 here, so I don't know what the judges are going to do.
3 9.825s in a row for Alabama to get things started, Taylor. Hot start for them.
Absolutely. As Lily Hudson gets ready to go here, I spoke with her this week, and she talked to me a little bit about the difference in her role this year, her as well as Gabby Gladio. When you think about the names that this team lost after last year, Luisa Blanco, Makari Doggett, big-time leaders as well as contributors, she said, it's up to me and Gabby now to be that leader. And she said, I'm taking on more of a teaching role for these freshmen. She actually said last week after the Kentucky meet, which was very disappointing to them, some of the freshmen came up to Lily and said, "Help me focus like you do." She said it's up to every athlete to find their approach to competition, and she's helping them navigate that this year.
Yeah, and you know, something that has stood out to me about Lily since she got to Alabama is what an athlete she is. I mean, you can see it in her face, just how confident and calm, and she's in attack mode right now.
They haven't broken 9-9 yet here in this beam rotation, but I'll tell you what, the way Lily looks so far in this routine, another stuck landing could be their first 9-9 plus.
Yeah, and another new role that she's in is being towards the end of the lineup, because last year, her and Gabby really were athletes setting up the athletes like Luisa Blanco. So a lot more pressure in that role as well. But she's handling it well.
Small hop on the landing there, but that was about the only thing that was obvious in that routine that could be deducted.
Yeah, this is a strong triple series, front aerial, straight into that back handspring layout. Finishes round off 1.5, spots it, just hops her feet together ever so slightly. I think she's happy with that.
And she should be. Elle Mueller, a 9.875. You called it, Sam, a little bit higher than she got last week. Now here's freshman Lily Peterson, number 5 in the country in the all-around.
Their coach, Tom, is really specific about their feet position. Head coach KJ Johnson said that is something we want people to look at because they do a really good job of getting it all the way around. This is where a mistake came. 1.5 into a 2.5. You see she goes into a little arabesque, but you still have to show control when you're doing a pose or a dance out of tumbling passes.
There is the floor coach that Sam alluded to, Tom. And here we are back on balance beam with Shania Adams, following Lily Hudson's 9.85.
And Shania's one of the Alabama gymnasts that can put up a really big number. She has high scoring potential. Front aerial. I think she was supposed to connect that. Doing a back handspring layout. Handles that well. Something that I love about Shania's beam work is that her posture is just always so beautiful throughout this routine. In her choreography, at the end of her skills, it makes her look so tall on the beam. Finishing back handspring, beautiful. Nice work from Shania. She had a mistake last week, so it always feels good, too, to come back and hit a really solid routine. It almost erases it mentally for you. Switch leap, split jump, and you need to be over 180. She certainly meets that mark.
Well done from Shania Adams. Jordan Bowers, the next Sooner to take the floor. Jordan, number 8 in the all-around in the country, currently number 11 on floor exercise. Better than a 9.825 will give her sole possession of the all-around lead currently.
Opens for handspring double full to a punch front. No one does that pass better than Jordan Bowers. I love the intensity of this routine from start to finish. It's so mesmerizing. She got a 9.975 last weekend, and that looked like a copy of what she's done before. I don't know what she could do better in this routine. Look how nice this is. Double full, legs glued together in that twist position. Again, that's really tough to do. Added difficulty with the punch front out of it. Double pike. And really top-notch performance quality.
Gabby Gladio now in the anchor spot, 9.875. The highest score so far for Alabama in this rotation was Shania Adams' score moments ago. No scores in this rotation of a 9.9 or higher, which we've seen some good gymnastics in this rotation. Judges making them earn it.
Back handspring, layout 2 feet. Saw some form issues in that series. I'm trying to find what the judges are looking for here. She's such a powerful athlete on all the events, and I can really notice that here on beam. Sometimes for the powerful athletes, it takes a little more focus to absorb the beam when you land. Double full. Doesn't give anything away on the landing there.
What a beam rotation for Alabama after last week when they had so many mistakes on that event. They have exercised the demon, Sam.
I mean, huge comeback for them. Just their confidence they must feel right now, having a week where they didn't have much training because they've been sick. Not their optimal performance last weekend, and you can see them huddling up right now, and it's going to be a good conversation.
I'll tell you what, I don't know who said it. Maybe it was Ben Franklin. Actually, I think it was Marshall from Paw Patrol. They're on fire. Here we go with Faith Torres anchoring the floor rotation. Follows Jordan Bowers, 9.95. Only the 4th score tonight of 9.9 or better, and it couldn't come at a better time if you're a Sooner fan.
Double layout. Faye's tied for 2nd in the country on floor. She scored a 9.975 last weekend as well, following Jordan Bauer's 9.95. Will we see another score break 9.9 here? This could be it. Opens double layout. I love how she just simply puts that foot back, does not move the planted foot.
It would take a 10 for Faith to get a share of the all-around lead right now with her teammate Jordan Bowers, who currently sits in that spot. But man, the pressure came on with that Alabama beam rotation. And I think if I could have anything right now, I would want to hear from the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Ashley Johnson.
Asking you shall receive, apparently, John. I've got her with me now. Well, Coach, a disappointing meet last week, some adversity this week, but through 3 rotations, what can you say about the composure you've seen from your team?
I'm so proud of this squad. They really just connected, stayed together, used each other energy to really step in and deliver some great performances so far.
Especially that beam rotation. How can they carry that momentum over the floor?
Yeah, we needed that beam rotation. There was some great hit landings. You know, it was a little frustrated with some of the scores, to be honest, but we can't control that, so we've got to just kind of reset, have a 0-0 mentality, and start strong on floor.
One more to go. Best of luck.
Let's go. Roll Tide.
John.
I thought it was high tide. What is this roll tide stuff? They were definitely rolling on that beam rotation, but so was Oklahoma. They extend that lead with that Faith Torres 9.95. It's half a point, but Oklahoma's got to go to beam now. The home team, Alabama, goes to floor.